All right, everyone. I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight on the Best Series Inc. Fund Partner. Last week we went over Incorporate Now. This week we're going over the funding portion of Inc. Fund Partner. So here I am, Ken Big Blake. If you want to find out a little bit about me, you can go to kenbigblake.com. There's a short synopsis on the website, as well as there's a resources page where you can find all of the different resources that's used on the different best series, as well as other things that may benefit you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen in just a moment, and then we're going to get started. The different thing that we're doing here at this workshop is that you will be on before you receive the information and the page so that you can download the steps to take. All right, with that said, I'm going to start sharing the screen and we can get started. All right, guys. So make sure that the screen is being shared. Sometimes we have a challenge with that. Okay, if you guys can see the screen, steps to take, funding your business, we're going to begin. All right, so for those of you who are on tonight and you want to download the guide, it's a PDF. You can go to mrkenbigblake.com. That's mrkenbigblake.com/business funding. It will be similar to the other page that you guys viewed, and it also will have the new updated form for funding your business. All right, so step one was being recognized as a business, and step two is setting your business up to receive funding. All right, so for those of you who have been here before, you know this is part of our best series quick step guides where we're going to break down a seemingly complex into a Cliff Notes format so the basic principles are easily understandable. So with that said, those of you who register, you received that email. The last email gave you the password to Business Success Channel. That same password can be used for this free resource, creditrepairchannel.com. So the reason why we have the creditrepairchannel.com up is because it will go into the different types of credit, and on there you'll see business credit, and it'll have some videos that you definitely want to pay attention to because as a lifelong learner, there are some things that you're going to learn from me, I'm going to learn from you, and that you're going to learn from your own research. So the credit repair channel, similar to the business success channel, has a lot of the different resources that I used when I went on this journey. So the password for the credit repair channel should be in that email that you guys received when you first registered. All right, so we're going to first go over some facts that you should know. And just like before, I'm going to go through it about 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll be open for questions. So the first fact is you can have bad personal credit and be approved. You can get business credit without a personal guarantor or without using your own social security number. You can be in business for under a year, but you must have an EIN number, employer identification number, and you have to also pay those loans. And some of those loans have grants included where you may get a loan for $10,000, but after a certain amount of time, they may waive $5,000 that you won't have to pay back. Now, these are some other things that you should know. You need 2 accounts and 3 payments done to get a Paydex score. So a Paydex score is similar to a credit score, but that's for your business, right? And so you have to think about this for the long term. You know, don't think that, okay, I just want to get this and I want to do a couple of things. you have to really think about your business and where you want to be 5, 10, 20 years from now. Miracles don't happen overnight. 4, and this is real important, you're going to need to control your business budget, and you also need to work on your personal credit. Now, the reason why this is going to cover personal credit as well is because the better your credit is, the faster you can get some of the loans that require you to have personal credit. But we're going to cover both in this. Now, what makes sense? So if you've been in business under 2 years, of course, you receive less funding. They like to have businesses that have been in business for longer than that and a track record. If you got bad business budgeting, of course, you'll receive less. Not saying that you won't be able to still get funding that'll help you build toward that unsecured funding, right? So you also want to go to your personal credit profile and register your business. So, you know, when your personal credit's pulled, you'll see the last place that you worked for. And they'll say, hey, did you work for here? So you want to make sure that you could go through the process, and you can Google that to also add your own business that you're the CEO of, so that way it'll be listed on there. Now, the other thing is you only apply for your business credit using your personal score if it's above 700, 750, something of that like that. And what makes sense, you must have a business bank account, because they're going to need to know where they could send that information. I mean, I'm sorry, those payments and where you're going to be paying from. All right, so these are terms to familiarize yourself with. I'm not going to go over the definition of these terms, but for those of you who go to mrkenbigblake.com/business funding, all one word, you'll see this, and this is also part of the PDF that you'll receive when you download it. Paydex score, Net22, Net30, NAV.com. These are all things that's going to benefit you. All right. So now let's get right into what you're here for. Steps to take. Funding fundamentals. All right. So I'm going to share with these different steps. Most people say you may not need some of those, but I found that having them and knowing about them will make you more successful, especially for some of you guys who may just decide to, go for some government contracts. So the first thing you want to do is get your appropriate business SIC. And as you see here, that's a standard industrial classification. So there's a link here. When you click that link's going to take you to this page, right? So you can enter keywords or numbers. This is going to tell you what your SIC code is, right? So let me click on this. Just delete that. We'll move to the next one. Now, one of the other things that you may need is a NAICS number. That's a North American Industry Classification. So you want to go there. You're going to click this link right here. It's going to take you there. It takes a minute, but you'll be able to get it. So go on here, find what your NAICS is. This is the United States Census that basically does that. For some of you, it's going to be real simple. I'll have videos that go over all of these for a specific business, so that way you'll see how to use it for those of you who just don't want to go through the process and learn it yourselves at this moment. Now, you got those two, but you also want to list your business with 411. So you want to make sure that you have that internet presence and you have the password that will share that information with you. Give me 1 second. All right. So that way that information is shared with you. So for the 411, that's real simple. You click that link, it's going to take you to this page right here where you can list yourself for free. Some companies, they'll charge you. I wouldn't pay for anything that I don't have to pay for. Let's just get that straight. So I'm going to try to share with you guys things that you don't need money for. because you're already going to be what we call bootstrapping your own business. So for some of you who have regular jobs, you're going to take money from that to apply it towards your business. So let's just make sure that most of that money is going to be, for marketing, advertising, things of that sort. Now, after you've done all of that, which is simple processes, shouldn't take more than 10 minutes for each of these. Well, within, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes, you can have these 3 done. Then you want to get your DUNS number, right? So when you go to get your DUNS number, that link is going to take you here, Dun & Bradstreet. Now, on that list, there's 2 different things that you will be able to see. So you're going to get your DUNS number, but you also want to check to see if Dun & Bradstreet already created one for you. This link will do both. Once you put your information in, I have a US-based business, fill out your business name, all this information, hit the search bar, and the street address is the address of your business, guys. And then it'll let you know if you have it, and it'll tell you what your DUNS number is. You can get that emailed and everything. So it'll have all of the different names under your particular business. If you already have it, they can email it to you, or you can view and edit your company information. All right. So once you've gotten that done, and normally that can take anywhere from 3 to 4 business days, they're going to send you an email, and that email is going to mention this company right here, Credit Signal. That's something that Dun & Bradstreet has. Is for your business. It's just like some of you guys, for your personal credit, you may have one of those services that'll provide your information as far as, let's say, if somebody's run your credit, if somebody put some credit in your name. And that's what this Credit Signal does. Now, it's free for 14 days. There's 2 things I can do. You can look at it, see what it looks like, or you can wait until after we get down here a little bit further and you share you've got some business credit, and then you've made at least 3 payments. That will probably be the time that you want to do that. All right. So this is what Credit Signal looks like. So you'll be able to log in. You put your email in there, your business email, your password. Remember the same thing that you use for Dun & Bradstreet, preferably the same email that you use, unless you changed it for your corporation, and it'll give you that that information there. All right. So now after that, I have a link here, Understanding Your Business Credit, right? And so as a self-learner and someone who wants to educate themselves on the process, you want to read a lot of different things. So as you see here, this will help you understand the difference between your business credit and your personal credit. Most of us have dealt with personal credit all our lives. We know almost everything about it. So this is a quick read, and it'll help you as you're moving forward on doing everything that you need to do right now. So those of you who have your employer identification number because you've already been incorporated and you've gone through these steps to make some of these things right here happen, these are lenders for cards, vendors, just loans that you can use. Now, these are some that I found, some I've used, but what you can do is you can Google, best credit cards for startups, best credit cards for entrepreneurs and businesses. So when you click on this link right here for cards, it's going to take you here. Right. So as you scroll down, you'll see a bunch of different cards that you can see if you qualify for. Some of these are you need your social. Some of them you don't need your social, because this is for people who, you know, have great credit and people who don't have great credit. Different lenders. And these here are definitely for loans. So I sent you to this link. You can go through here. This has been updated for 2021. It'll show you the amount, how long you've been in business. Like for this one here, you have to be in business at least 6 months, right? So there are some with 6 months, 2 years, 2 years, they have more. Then vendors. Vendors is one of the easiest ways to start getting business credit and start getting the business funding, because just like when you got your first credit card, your first car, your first home, all those different things, you were starting to build your personal credit. So with business credit, it's still the same, even though some of these people can give you $5,000, $10,000. You know, it's still worth it to go through some of these vendors. So the different thing with vendors is that some of them, they give you credit, you might have to buy something. Well, you're definitely going to have to buy something from their site to get that credit. Right. And so here, remember that net 30, that was one of the things that you guys want to read up and look to find out exactly what it is, because all of this is going to help you. And a lot of people don't know about this. Okay, so they got Shirtsy, Crown Office Supplies, Creative Analytics. A lot of times you can just go to your neighborhood Office Depot or Office Max and just go in there and apply for it. They normally give those without personal credit checks. Some of these even tell you, like this here place, Creative Analytics. You just need your tax ID, EIN, and a DUNS number, right? You have to have been established at least 30 days. So if your business is over 30 days old, this is something that you can apply for. So a lot of times when I do these, people say, well, what resources are out there? So I provide some resources. Most of the time, I'm not getting paid for these resources. They're just things that I Googled that make sense and that I may have used, or that's there for you. But I always say, you know your situation better than anybody else. Make sure you do your research as well. All right, so let's see here. Now, last but not least, right now we're at a time where there's a lot of funding available for COVID, right? The good thing about the government and the bad thing is that when they roll out something new, they don't check a lot. They just roll it out and they just try to get it out there, and everybody jumps on and gets what they can get. Then after they've seen what mistakes they may have made, they come back and then they still try to, maybe fix some things, but they're slow in getting things fixed. So step 8 right here is see what the SBA has available. So when you click on this link right here, it's going to take you right to the SBA website, right? And so here it is, all the different things available. It'll tell you about the content, the Paycheck Protection Program, things that you've heard about. But the good thing about this is that you're actually able to see what lenders that you could apply for now. So if you've been in business for a while, think about that. So let's say if you don't have any employees, you may not be able to use the Paycheck Protection Program because you don't, of course, have any employees. But you might be able to use show you here, the disaster assistance loan, which I don't see on there now. So let me just click this button here. Oh, economic injury disaster loans, the EIDL, which you may have heard on some different online forums. So this site here, they'll take you everywhere, and you can find out exactly how to apply. And in some cases, it's apply right here from the SBA. So I'm not sending you to a person that's going to charge you to apply. I always get my resources from the source because I feel that that's better. And whenever I share anything, 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to share with you the true source. All right. And so you see here, there's for the economic injury disaster loan, which some of you may apply for, shows 30 years, no prepayment penalties. Now, this is very important. Working capital and normal operating expenses. When you apply for anything, just make sure that you don't put started a new business or you're an entrepreneur. If there's nothing that has you to check that box, always try to go for expansion capital, because that means that you want to grow, and operating expenses. So you'll see here the collateral on here, that if it's over 25,000, you're going to need some collateral for this particular COVID-19 economic injury disaster loan. All right, so my website, you can find it from kenbigblake.com as well. It'll take you to the same site, but certain things are under mrkenbigblake.com/business funding. So if you were to print this, when you get to this page, this is what you're going to see at the top, right? Best series. You can see where you guys kind of registered before. When you scroll down, everything that that I just went over is there. But this is what you want to look for. Download Funding Your Business PDF now. It's a PDF. So when you click on that, what's going to happen is it's going to open up a page. Now, I'm not sure if you guys see this page, but if you do, when you're scrolling down this page right here, these links are the same links that you see on my website. And if you had this, you can click any of those links and it's going to take you to those same pages. All right, so I definitely ask that you don't share this with anyone. This is for the people who actually came on the call. So anyone who was looking, or that you say, you know what, I want to partner with this person, let me share with them what I've learned, just send them here, bestseries.business, not .com, not .net, .org, bestseries.business. And what that'll do is send them right here. It'll tell them a little bit about each one of these. They can register the same way you did. And once they register, of course, it's going to take them there, and then it'll have the link. Let me apologize because the link was kind of messed up today. So I had to quickly go on there and provide a different link at the top to click with the date. I think I may do it that way in the future. Sometimes the Zoom just does what it wants to do. And so some of you guys are familiar with that. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to stop sharing that screen. And then I'm going to open it up for some questions. I do have a couple of questions from some people that filled the form out and had a couple of questions today. But as long as you're here and you can hear me, we can start with whatever questions that you guys might have. And you can call me Big, B-I-G. That's what I go by. All right, so if there are no questions, what I will do is I will share with you guys the question that was asked, someone put into the form. All right, and I do have a question for you guys. You can just wave, say hi, or put it up. Did you guys find this simple, easy to understand? uh, like thumbs up if it's yes. If I can't hear you, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good. I had trouble getting on, so by the time I got on, you were already at 5.
Okay.
So, I probably maybe get on another
Yeah,
training and
and that's the
start
thing.
this.
What I do is, and this is going to be up to June, well, the end of June,
Mm-hmm.
is the first, second, and third week starting in, I believe it may be February. Starting in February, it's going to be the first week, second week, third week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the same time. So what
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over that first week is going to always be incorporating for people who want to incorporate. I'm also going to have the videos for them that they could also look at, showing
Mm-hmm.
how to fill out the forms for a limited liability corporation, for
Mm-hmm.
their employer identification number. Then that second week is going to be funding, what we're going through. Now, any updates I get or any, intel I get on anything at the end of the month, I'm going to send that information to everybody who's registered and who's came to that course so that they'll know in case something news out there. And then that third week is going to deal with partnerships, real estate investment trusts, uh, things like that, because I am a real estate investor. That's what I love. But real estate investing covers it covers business and it covers credit. And so
Okay.
I put these together just to help people with that. I am looking for people to work with when it comes to the real estate investing, but more importantly, I'd rather pay you as a company so that you can get more, when you decide to, get more funding. Because it's
Okay.
always good to show some money coming into your business account, and you also paying people through your business account. So that way, if you have some friends that you want to get in business with, and who's to say you can have more than one business and work with more than one group. So just send them to this part, because I'm going to break it down real simple. I don't
Mhm.
make things complex. When people make things complex, a lot of times it's because they don't want you to share in what they believe is limited.
Right.
I think
Okay.
that everything's unlimited. You just have to take advantage of it, and first of all, have an open mind.
Okay. So by me missing the first part,
Which one
like
was the
I
first part? The
well,
incorporate.
when you be, I like you were already at step 5
Hmm.
by the time I started. So
Okay.
I missed 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, I'm kind of lost of what this training was really about today. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I like to,
So,
I have to hear things, see things to
right.
understand. You know
That's
what I
fine.
mean?
Yeah, you
So,
definitely can come to the one that's tomorrow,
okay,
same time.
okay.
But were you able to write down the website, Mr. Ken Big Blake, MrKenBigBlake.com?
I have it. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me just see something because oh, no, 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 no. I don't.
Yeah,
Hold
because
on.
I saw you were taking notes. It looked
Uh-huh.
like you were taking notes.
I was. I
Yeah.
was.
So
Oh, what happened to you? See, that's what I'm talking about. Should have
yeah,
never
just
moved.
just write down
Okay,
MrKenBigBlake.com.
Mr. Ken, hold on.
Yeah, Mr. Ken Big Blake. So if you see here on Zoom, you'll see where it says Ken Big Blake Think Big Radio.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Just write Mr. Ken Big Blake, all one word, .com,
Mhm. .com. Uh-huh.
//
/ uh-huh.
business funding, one word,
Business
funding.
funding. Uh-huh.
Yep, one
Okay.
word. So when you
Okay.
go back there, you're gonna see everything that you missed that we were going through. I
Okay.
normally start at 8 on the dot, and
Mm-hmm.
then it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to go through everything.
Right.
This one took a little bit longer. I might have been like 25 minutes because it's
Mm,
8:31 right now. And
right.
then I open it up for question and answers.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. So you're on tomorrow's Wednesday and Thursday, right?
Right, and that
You know,
same
because the
website.
president be getting sworn in tomorrow, so it might not be tomorrow. But
Okay. Yeah,
but
but when you go there,
Thursday.
you'll be able to download that manual, and then you can just
Mhm,
say, okay, well, let me click this link, and then that way you will be able to, you're not gonna miss it. And that's why I make it so simple, because
mhm.
the page has those steps.
Okay,
The
okay,
the page that I just sent you to,
right.
not only does it have the steps, but it also has all of the links that I went through. And so if you just follow those steps, that's gonna get you on a better road.
So
You
should
know,
I do all of those steps though? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because
Like the
they're the
dump,
steps that's gonna get you the
yeah.
most. Because see, a lot of
Okay.
times, like you may find someone that says, well, you don't need a SIC classification because the NAICS classification
Mm-hmm.
took that over. So that
Mm-hmm.
that way it's more up to date. But then you're gonna find yourself when you're going to apply for something that they may say, we need your SIC. And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, well,
Mm-hmm.
NAICS is, basically took that over. They bought it, or whatever they did. So I don't really need it. Now you got to go back and find it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
3 to 5 minutes is how long it's going to take you. Well, and that's if you're computer savvy, you know how to go to the website and then,
Right. Right.
do the research for what your business is. That's all
Okay.
it's going to take you to be able to do that. And the
Yeah.
NAICS, the 411, because you already incorporated, you
Yeah.
had a phone number. When
Mm-hmm.
you incorporate. Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have a phone number, you can go to Google and the Google Gmail or the Google phone and get a phone number that's Google,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
use that. See, I don't really like a lot of people to call me about anything, unless they
Mm-hmm.
have my personal number. But when
Right.
they come to my business, I use a 800 service, because when you call that number,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a email letting me know somebody that called. It's gonna be transcribed, so I'll hear their message,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can determine, is this somebody I need to get to right now? Because
Right.
if I answer the phone for everybody, I'm not gonna get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
I'll
Right.
Right. So when you get there, you'll see everything that I discussed, step 1 through 9, and 9 is just keep all that information in digital and hard copy formats.
Okay. Okay. Now,
So
and just to piggyback on one of the things that you said, I just the other day, because like I said, I'm a very visual person.
mhm.
So therefore, I just learned about the NAICS.
Okay.
That's a code for your business. What type of
Yeah.
business you have or something like that. It's a code. Because when I was trying to open up a bank account, she would ask me, well, what is your NAICS? You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't
And you know
see
what's
that
funny?
several times, but never knew what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And the definition of the NAICS is on there.
Hmm.
This is the thing. Most banks don't ever ask for that. The only
Right.
thing they
I
want to
know.
know, and so they'll give us a hard time,
Hmm.
and I'm saying what I mean by that is like new entrepreneurs,
Right.
because they
Okay.
just don't want to go through the trouble, or some people just may not want you to succeed. So they're
Right.
gonna throw all these things
Hmm.
at you, just like on the Incorporate Now. Some banks that when you open your bank account might require operating agreement.
Hmm.
So even though I have that as something that you can have the option to do on the
Hmm.
Incorporate Now portion, I think that it's something that you still should do,
Hmm.
because first of all, it helps you if somebody asks for it, one of the lenders when you're getting funding, and two,
Right.
it'll give you more clarity on what you want to do with your business and how you want to move forward. So when
Okay.
you go to my Mr. Canbic Blake or canbicblake.com website, you're gonna see an area on there when you go up to the home button, and it says resource guides. If you
Hmm.
go to that, I don't even know how many resource guides I have on there
Hmm.
that'll help you with your business,
Okay.
once you go to the site.
Okay.
And so you'll see something that says productivity. Uh,
Okay.
that's something good. But then under the business, there's 11 things right there right now.
Hmm.
So there's like a mission statement template. social branding template, all the things that you need so that you can, be successful in your business. They're on that website and it's right there. And you can just choose between business, funding, productivity, or real estate.
Okay. I went to the bank, last question. I went to the bank today and like in my business, I have it's my business bank account.
Hmm.
And she was like, well, Miss Steele, because I went to get some money out the bank. She was like, well, Miss Steele, I know you don't have a checking account. And we got all kinds of perks and this, that, and the other. So won't you just think about getting a checking account with us as well? Because I've been in business, I had a business account with them, but I don't have a
Right.
personal account with them. So what do you think? Do you think I should move forward with open up a checking account with them or
Well,
just
it
keep
depends. If you have another business that you have a checking account for and you like it, that's fine. The more bank accounts you have, the the harder it is to manage. If your bank account that you have now with your regular checking, savings or whatever is fine, that's fine. If she's asking you to do that, there might be some fees involved with it. She might get a kickback for having you create one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that at the very most, you don't want any more than two personal checking accounts. Now, when it comes to savings accounts, that's fine. But your
Right.
business account, you might want to have one account, but have different things that you can put in it. Now, if
Mm.
you do want a partnership with someone or something of the sort, then you guys create you create, well, we're gonna cover that in the next in the partnership real estate investment truck
Okay.
syndications
Okay.
thing.
Okay. All right. You answered my question. I do have enough bank accounts. I really don't need another
Yeah.
one.
Now, we did have some questions on the form. I don't want to say the person's name, but it says, do you have to pay back the funds? And so it's just like with anything. If it's a loan, you definitely have to pay it back. But some loans, when it comes to like the PPA, the payment protection program, the disaster program, they may have something built into it where if they see that from your bank account that you're using that a certain way, then they may say, okay, now we're going to forgive this amount. And it may be the initial amount that they gave you, or it could be, you got 10,000, but after 5,000, they're gonna forgive the other five as long as they see that you're using it right, because they got a lot of money to give away right now.
Mm.
Another one was how much can you qualify for? That depends always on how long you've been in business, how much credit you have already, and how much money you're bringing in for the business. Just like with a personal loan. Now, will loan or the grants be used with my social security number? If all of the business credit that you went for, you used your social security number for, of course,
Mm.
that's going to show up. But if you're getting grants and loans based off your business credit, which you can build over time, then it's not going to be on your personal social.
So, how do you get? Maybe that's the part I missed. You can use your EIN number to bill. That's the part I
Right,
need.
and the Dun and Bradstreet. So what this class
Okay.
covered this evening is, and the same thing when you download that resource guide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull it back up on the mrcambigblake.com business funding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That first page, facts you should know, things you should know, what makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
kind of goes over a lot of the different questions that people may have. But then I'm covering on here, when you look through those resources on there that I click for the different ones, it'll tell you if you can use just your employer identification number. It'll
Oh
tell you
yeah.
if you can use. And so it's just like the same with like some people, they're gonna get money fast, and they're gonna have bad credit because they're following the process and they know which ones to look for. And then they're also gonna find ones that I didn't show on here because I just want to put a resource with a lot of different avenues for people. And some people with good credit, they're not going to get anything because they're either not going to go through the steps, or they're afraid to have their personal credit tied with their business credit.
Right. That's just like tax purposes. You got two different tax. Your
Mhm.
personal taxes is different from your business taxes.
Right.
And stuff. So that's a good thing. But can you tell me one more time? I'm listening. I must have wrote it down wrong
Mhm.
about the Mr. Big, Mr. Ken.
Spell it all to me.
I got Mr. Dot. Was I
No,
supposed to?
there's no dots.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
MRKenBigbLake .com
Okay, .com
/
and then business funded.
right, BUSINESSFUNDING.
Okay, and then click enter. Okay, that's something I hit wrong last time.
All right.
But yeah, I got it now. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at it and
Good.
follow those steps, and everything. I have your number. Well, I ain't gonna call you.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, normally I try not to even answer the phone before noon because I'm
Right.
working on things for my business, and
Right.
after that I'm pretty
Okay.
and after
Okay.
that I'm pretty good.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And then on these days, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I normally don't answer the phone. Like, you might catch me at 7, but by 7:30 I don't answer the phone because I'm getting everything else ready for this.
Right. So what I'll do is I'll probably see you. I'll be on that Thursday.
Okay.
I need to go and register again.
No, because you already, from that email, it already sent you to that page. And so when you go to that page, it'll be the same thing. When you tried to log in earlier today, what happened?
You didn't send me an email. That's what I was looking for. I thought maybe you would send me an email, but I didn't get it. Val, she texted me and told me that the meeting was tonight, but I didn't get anything.
Oh no, when you filled the form out the very first time, that's when you should have received the email. And the email also has the so okay, just like you were saying that you like to hear and look. So on that credit repair channel,
okay,
and that's when you fill out that form, it's gonna show you. Let me see where it is, where the guy is. When you go to the business funding page and you're scrolling down it, you're gonna see a guy sitting down at a computer, and some other guy looked like he's looking through a window, but he's supposed to be on TV. And it says you can also visit our free resource, and there's a link there, creditrepairchannel.com. Click on that link, and the password is my name, all lowercase. Ken Big Blake. When you click on that link at the Credit Repair Channel, you're going to go to where it says types of credit, and you're going to see business. When you click on that business, you're going to put that password in, which is my name, all lowercase. Hit that enter button. And that very first video is looks like it's 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 52 seconds. Can kind of go through it because he's just like doing these slideshow presentations, but that's a good one. Then I have a gentleman on there who in 9 months, he built his business credit from 0 to $2.5 million. And then I've got a lot of different videos on here that'll tell you about, how to get credit and everything that you need to know. Some of these I learned from, I've watched every single video though. And a lot of stuff I got just from being in business for so long and helping other people. And hopefully after you guys go through the entire process, get your first vendor credit and business credit, you will be able to leave give me a little short testimonial. And if you have a website, I can also add, your website to that testimonial so that people who come into my page, as you'll see when you're going through it, you will see some of the testimonials that I got when I started actually asking for testimonials.
Okay.
Yeah, so once you go there, you'll see it right under the first thing that says steps to take funding your business. Or if you download that manual, the very second page is a guy sitting at a desk and another guy with dreads and a beard. That's the area where you'll see credit repair channel, and then you can go on there and watch that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then everything that I covered tonight, I basically just went straight down this list.
Okay. Okay.
And the
Facts
links
you
just to
should
show you where
know,
they're at. And so
things you should
tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be the exact same thing, because some people want to come back. But then once I get the best one, then that's the one that I make the video out of. And so then at the end of the month, everybody that's registered and that's been through everything, they're going to get the email that's going to share with them that video. That's me going through each of these different things, but it's edited because I did it, 100%, no mistakes.
Okay.
All right. So we've got 12 minutes left. Anybody with any other questions? I'm gonna be ready to sign off.
No, that's it for now. I'm gonna go through it. I guess I'm the only one that has thousands of questions.
No, we had some other questions that somebody sent in, and I was just reading from them. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming, actually participating. You guys know how to reach me. You guys know how to download that. If you know anybody that you want to partner with, send them to bestseries.business. That way they'll be able to fill that information out. The very top of that form says, how did you find out about me? Make sure that they let you know, because I'm gonna have something special for the person who sent me the most people, this quarter. So we got one person that's leading everybody. I'm not sure if anybody else is gonna catch up to her, but yeah. All right.
So you send them where now? So I make sure.
Yeah, bestseries.
Best series.
.business.
Okay. Best
so it's
series.
BESTSERIES .BUSINESS business, not .com or .net. Bestseries.business. And what they're gonna see is the three different pillars, when it comes to business.
Gotcha.
I got it here as a 3-part series, but the first pillar, of course, is incorporating, being recognized by the state. The second pillar is the funding, and the third pillar is partnering with other businesses. And if you can master those 3 things, you can pretty much do about anything.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we get ready to go.
Big. Okay, I'm at work. I listened, but I didn't get it. So what my question is, I'm gonna need help. Even though I've done it before in a business prior to now, are you gonna be offering some tutoring? I guess that's a better word, opportunities.
Well, what I can do is this. For each of these, I don't charge a lot at all to actually go through the forms and everything.
Yeah.
And I charge like $49 an hour, and that
Hmm.
$49 normally it might go over hour and a half, but I sit with you and I make sure that we go through everything. Because most of this stuff I can do in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but then with the questions and all of those different things, it may go through. And so right there on the information,
I don't care. Okay. I mean,
right there
not
on the
too big. I'm
PDF
sorry. We walking out of here. I'm sorry.
or the website, you'll see it says need additional assistance, book an hour for $49 or attend a scheduled community meeting at 19.99 for 1.5 hours. And that's going to be something that's going to be down the road where, I might say, okay, come to this meeting, everybody pay this. The only thing with the community meetings is it's not going to be like one-on-one help. But the good thing about it is that a lot of people have questions like now where we're doing it all for free, where they might get, a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not ashamed to ask for help when I don't. I think I understand it, but I think the first
Mhm.
time around I missed some things, and I don't want to do that this time around. Especially when
Okay.
we have when I have an expert like you. Now I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like
Yeah.
when I say tutor, I mean mentor. I mean teach. Those things all come with an investment in your business. Does that make
Right.
sense? And I'm not asking because what you're doing now is free, and
Yeah,
that's
I
is
don't
a
mind.
lot.
I don't mind sharing this because part of my philosophy is giving, and
Yeah.
I think that you should, with any business, I think that you should take 10% that you can give, maybe each quarter or each month to, a nonprofit or, somebody that you can just help. But I think that's, you should be strategic with that. And I think that also that you should designate a couple of hours a month that you just do something for free.
Okay, I mean I felt that, but I'm saying what you're doing now is phenomenal and very informational. But there's just some people like me who I'll say I got it just to just to, I understand it, but that doesn't
Right,
mean
right.
I know how to do it, and I don't want to do that this time.
Okay, and that's
So
the thing because the market changes so much. We learn together. I can show you what I've learned, and that's why at the end of the month I like to do updates because something new might come out or they may have changed something, and I just want you to be aware of that. But I can't send changes like every week because to me, like I
right.
don't like getting emails all the time. Send me an email maybe once a month. I'm happy, especially if it's got all updates or it's got something that's also coming up for the next month. I can live with that because I get a lot of spam right now.
Well, that was my only question. I appreciate you, and I'm sorry, Net, to be holding up. She's
No,
taking
no, no,
her
it's
time. But
it's fine. And
I was just messing with my sister.
oh, well, this is the thing too, guys. When you go to my site, kenbigblake.com,
Oh man, I thought you. I'm
those
sorry.
resource guides or
I'm around both guys. Sit around.
at the very bottom of that, you'll see where it says, you'll see a picture of me with my finger up that says think big. So if you do like or you feel that it was easy, it was simple, it was something that you would share, you can leave a testimonial there. You can send a picture. But if you don't want to send a picture, I also have different things that I put up. But on that page as well, you'll see the different testimonials I got that I actually kept. There's probably about 30 of them on there. You can click through them. Some people they provide their picture. Some people I just put something there. If it was dealing with real estate, it's a house. If it was dealing with business, you'll see something that dealing with business instead of that person's picture. But some of these people, you'll see their websites. When you see something highlighted in blue, uh, that's how I roll. So let's say you gave me something and you had a website, you have your website there, and people actually click on these people because they'll tell me like, "Hey, somebody found me through your site." I'm like, "Oh, that's great." And for those, and I do have a station, Think Big Radio. .com, thinkbigradio.uk, the exact same thing. So I'm trying to do at least monthly interviews with somebody who lived one particular subject. You know, so I like to say I'm not an expert. I just happen to make sense. Some people will say I'm an expert. But I just know with expertise, things change so much. You have to really be on it. So I might find someone and all they do is corporations all day, every day. That's what they do from the time they wake up. So I had that person come on because they'll have just a bit more insight or be a little bit more up, and I learn from them as well. So that's the good thing about thinkbigradio.com is, believe me, I've had some really heavy hitters on there, and just going back through there, you'll see like, oh wow. Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. If anybody has any questions, my email is kenbigblake@gmail.com. I can be found Ken Big Blake on pretty much almost any social network. A while back, I probably joined 30 social networks and copy and pasted everything, and I'm known as Ken Big Blake. So if you hashtag Ken Big Blake, I'll come up all over the internet for everything that I've done.
Okay.
All right. So without further ado,
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you all, and stay safe, stay blessed, and until next time, think big.
Okay.